A question that is being asked these days: is it possible to survive on other planets in the solar system or beyond? It's a rather complex question. Living on a planet other than Earth depends on many factors. Life here requires very specific elements to develop, including elements related to Earth's physics, chemistry, and astrophysics, such as oxygen, water, and energy, elements that seem difficult to find on exoplanets. So far, NASA has defined the basic criteria for measuring planetary habitability in its Astrophysical Roadmap. The presence of expansive regions filled with liquid water, conditions that enable the assembly of complex organic molecules, and energy sources to ensure the continuation of metabolism. In NASA's ongoing search for evidence of extraterrestrial life and the possibility of humans one day inhabiting other planets, it has spent billions of dollars and launched numerous telescopes to monitor these potentially habitable planets and moons. NASA scientists have discovered a planet roughly the size of Earth at a suitable distance from a small sun, which could increase the likelihood of liquid water and consequently the possibility of life on its surface. The planet 2E700e is likely a rocky planet 95% the size of Earth. It is located about 100 light-years from Earth. It takes only 28 days to orbit its star. This newly discovered celestial body is the fourth planet discovered orbiting the small dwarf star MTOI 700. It is located at a distance from the star that makes it likely that liquid water exists on its surface, making it a potentially habitable place. TOI 700 is a red dwarf of spectral class M, located 101.4 light-years from Earth in the constellation Dorado. It is redder, cooler, and dimmer than the Sun. Its mass is 40% that of the Sun. Its radius is 40% that of the Sun, and its temperature is 55% that of the Sun. The star is bright with low levels of stellar activity due to its slow rotation rate. 4 exoplanets orbiting the host star TOI 700 have been discovered by NASA's Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, TESS. The abbreviation TOI refers to the stars and exoplanets studied by TESS and stands for Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite Object of Interest. The planets discovered by TESS are TOI 700b, TOI 700c, and TOI 700d. Planet B and D are likely rocky. The outermost planet, TOI 700b, is roughly the size of Earth and orbits every 10 Earth days. TOI 700c is the middle planet, 2.6 times the size of Earth, making it likely to be gaseous, similar to Neptune, and orbiting every 16 days. TOI 700d was discovered in early January 2020 by the Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, TESS. It is the first exoplanet with a size close to Earth. It is only 20% larger than Earth and completes an orbit every 37 days. It receives 86% of the energy that Earth receives from the Sun. It is likely rocky and orbits within the habitable zone of its star, TOI 700, at a distance of approximately 25 million kilometers from its host star, making it potentially habitable. The pressure of the solar wind and the strength of the interplanetary magnetic field are expected to be similar to Earth's, thus likely retaining a planetary atmosphere. In November 2021, the fourth planet, TOI 700e, was found. It is roughly the size of Earth and receives an energy flux approximately 30% greater than Earth from the Sun. It is located at the inner edge of TOI 700's habitable zone. The existence of this planet was confirmed in January 2023. If the star had been a little closer or the planet a little larger, we might have been able to detect TOI 700e in the first year of the TESS mission, says Ben Hurd, a doctoral student at the University of Maryland College Park and co-author of the study. But the signal was so faint that we needed an extra year of transit observations to identify it. The likelihood is high that water exists on the surfaces of the two discovered planets, TIO 700d and E, especially since they are at the right distance from the star they orbit, meaning that any water would not be evaporated by the intense heat generated by the close proximity. The possibility of liquid water suggests that the planets themselves could be, or perhaps once were, habitable and life-friendly. Emily Gilbert. lead author of the study and a fellow at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, said, TIO 700 is one of the few systems with multiple small planets in habitable zones, making the TIO 700 system an exciting prospect for further follow-up. E is about 10% smaller than Planet D, so the system also demonstrates how the additional observations made by the TESS mission are helping us find smaller and smaller worlds. It was explained that these two planets, TIO 700, D and E, are the only ones suitable for human habitability. The TESS Space Telescope has previously discovered several planets, but none of them are suitable for human habitation, and they were not close in shape and size to Earth. However, these two planets may not be the last. It is worth noting that NASA's TESS mission, which launched in 2018, observes large parts of the night sky for 27 days at a time, staring at the brightest stars and tracking their changes in brightness. Scientists say that the dips in the brightness of stars indicate the presence of planets orbiting them in what are called transits. The mission began observing the southern sky in 2018, then shifted to the northern sky, and in 2020, the mission refocused on the southern sky for further study, revealing the fourth planet in the solar system. Finally, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell button to receive notifications of new videos, watch previous videos, and share your feedback in the comments. If you like the video, click like and share.